Hello Nigerians, and welcome to the Cubanas TV, a news channel that keeps you updated on everything going on in the country. Here's the headlines for today's news. Nigerian react as Aisha-Yesufu calls for the abolishment of the Senate. My people, Aisha-Yesufu has asked for the abolishment of the Senate. I wonder why, but let's find out in the news below as we read the news in full. Nigerian react as Aisha-Yesufu calls for the abolishment of the Senate. A renowned rights activist, Aisha-Yesufu, has called for the scrapping of the Nigerian Senate to reduce the cost of governance. Yesufu, co-founder of the Bring Back Our Girls movement, made the call in an interview with a reporter online on Sunday in Lagos. She was reacting to calls in some quarters that the country should jettison on the bicameral legislature, two-chamber National Assembly, and adopt a unicameral legislature to reduce the cost of governance. The activist said Nigeria could alternatively consider the reintroduction of the parliamentary system of government to reduce the heavy funds spent on the National Assembly. According to her, until something is done about the cost of running the government and corruption, Nigerians will not feel the dividends of democracy. We need to really and critically examine our democracy and look at what features and serves the ordinary people and the masses, and the one that will not be too expensive. What we have now is too expensive. We need to cut costs and not just continue what we have that has not been working for Nigerians. I totally support the call for us to have on a unicameral legislation and scrapping the Senate. It is very important because the kind of governments that we are practicing is expensive. As a country, we really don't have the kind of money. Apart from this, the fact that both Senate and the House of Representatives end up duplicating functions in terms of what they do, Yesufu said. She said that the Senate had been turned into a retirement home for a lot of incompetent and failed governors who did not do any well for the people in their states. She said that Nigerians had continued to bear the brunt of the resources annually allocated to these political retirees in the Senate. Yesufu added in Senate is a joke ground. We cannot say that the Senate does it in the real sense, different from what the House of Representatives do. The senators do nothing special, and at the end of the day, they are paid a homogeneous amount of our money and some huge allowance for doing nothing different. We found out that a good number of them, especially those that are former governors, while they get this homogeneous salary, are collecting pension from their respective states. There is no way democracy can work for the masses with this kind of waste of public funds that could even be directed to put happiness in the face of common man. According to her, Senegal is practicing an unicameral legislature after abolishing the Senate for the second time in September 2012. She said the House of Representatives is enough to be able to take care of the lawmaking aspects of the nation, oversight and other things that the legislative arm of government does. Unicameral legislation should be adopted in Nigeria because bicameralism is too expensive, apart from the fact that it slows down business of lawmaking. It is not working for us. We don't have the kind of money to run it, and it maintains this, especially at a time when the masses are suffering. Having a single legislative arm will pay us better in terms of reduction of cost of government, she said. Yesufu decried that Nigeria had not, in a real sense, been practicing a true federal system of government. The activist further said the country could also adopt the parliamentary system of government to reduce the cost of governance. She said that Nigeria could no longer sustain the current presidential system of government. This will also pay us in terms of reduction of the cost of governance because whoever is leading the country is one of those that is first among equals. Ministers in this system are selected from the members of the parliament that are elected, so that the reduced costs of governments drastically and better than what we have now. Separate people are brought as ministers, she said. The prime minister would not be this powerful and exercise take over everything, including the appointed minister, because ministers are also members of the parliament, she said. My people, this is the news for today. Don't forget to like this video, comment on this video, and most importantly, subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you can be updated on everything going on in the country.